Hello, friends, and greetings from Iceland. Last weekend, I visited Mount Thorbjörn above Grindavik, and I did this drone flight, which I would like to share with you. At the same time, we will go over the most recent developments in this area. As you know, uplift and magma accumulation beneath Svartsengi continues, but it is not possible to estimate the timing of the next eruption with greater accuracy than within a few months. The rate of magma inflow has remained relatively stable over the past 2 weeks. Modeling results indicate that approximately 16 to 17 million cubic meters of magma has accumulated beneath Svartsengi since the last eruption in July. The amount of magma that intruded from Svartsengi into the Sunnuk's Giga crater during the eruption that began on July 16th was estimated to be around 11 to 13 million cubic meters. So now we exceeded that by at least 4 million cubic meters, and still no eruption is there, which is kind of strange. Now we are approaching the southern part of the eruptive fissure, just north of Grindavik, and I will fly over it, and you will see all this intense steaming, the gassing activity that is aligning with the Sunnukur fissure line. Based on previous eruptions along the Sunnuk's Giga crater, the likelihood of a new magma intrusion and eruption is thought to increase once roughly the same volume of magma has reaccumulated beneath Svartsengi as was withdrawn during the preceding event. In early October, modeling results indicated that about 11 million cubic meters of magma had accumulated beneath Svartsengi back in October, early October. Now it's already late November and still no eruption. At that time, a period began still ongoing, during which the likelihood of a new magma intrusion and eruption is considered elevated. I'm reading from the recent update of Icelandic Met Office, which was published on November 25th. In the lead-up to the eruptions along Sunnuk's Giga crater, the rate of magma accumulation has varied. The current magma inflow into the storage area beneath Svartsengi is estimated at around 1 cubic meters a second. Modeling of geodetic data shows that the overall inflow rate has gradually decreased over time since the start of the activity in 2023. The slower the accumulation, the more difficult it becomes to estimate the timing of the next eruption. Based on current knowledge of the eruptions along the Giga crater, it is not possible to predict the timing of the next event with an accuracy greater than a few months. Experience from recent events has also shown that the accumulation rate does not need to change much for the timing of the next possible eruption to shift by several weeks. Uncertainty in the timing of the next event is therefore considerable, and the current magma accumulation period could continue for an extended time. The magma volume recharged to the Svartsengi reservoir prior to the past 4 events at Sunnuka crater has been assessed to have an upper bound of 23 million cubic meters. If a similar volume needs to be recharged before the next dike or eruption is triggered, assuming the current accumulation rate remains unchanged, then this upper bound volume would be reached by early February 2026. Prediction dates vary from November all the way until February. We don't know more than that. That's how little we know about the volcanic eruptions, when they will erupt or come. Seismic activity continues to be low at Svartsengi in Grindavik. Seismicity at Kristavik continues to decrease, and deformation measurements indicate the land subsidence at Kristavik has ceased. And so that is the most recent update from Icelandic Met Office. And the key points are that the rate of magma accumulation beneath Svartsengi has remained fairly stable over the past 2 weeks. The likelihood of magma intrusion and an eruption remains elevated in the coming weeks. And it is not possible to estimate the timing of the next eruption with greater accuracy than within a few months. Now you see the crater from July last year. See a lot of sulfur there, yellowish thing is sulfur, reddish oxidation is from iron in the crater. And it has been like this for 4 weeks, always the gassing going on, visible from a great distance. Now we will go over the fissure which formed on the top of a mountain next to the quarry that you saw from my earlier videos. You will also see a cracked cliff on the top of Thorpjot in the end of the video. Part of the cliff collapsed there, as you know. At any case, enjoy the rest of the footage. I wish you all the best, be well, God bless you, and greetings from Iceland.